Hi everyone, welcome to a very special episode of Senior Living Live. My name is Mary Kate Spires. I'm going to be your host today, and we are on location in an absolutely beautiful model cottage in Opus East, Memphis. This is the third part of a webinar series that we have done at Opus, and today we're going to be talking about being Opus. And I have with me Beth Robertson, the Executive Director of Opus East Memphis, and Kim Tanner, the Director of Sales. Thank you guys so much for being here.
It is wonderful to be here with you, Mary Kate.
We're going to have a good time.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, the first thing I want to do is really give anyone who's joining us for the first time an overview of what this beautiful community is going to be when it opens soon. So if you're just joining us, you don't know much about Opus, we've actually got a nice package for you so that you can see what it's going to look like. And let's take it away. Located in East Memphis, just 10 miles from Germantown and Highland, Opus East Memphis offers elegant senior living to fit your needs. Imagine combining an exclusive address, luxury resort-style amenities, great neighbors, and beautiful surrounds. At Opus, you'll experience all this and more. Opus has been designed using the latest thinking in senior living. We've put in all the perfect touches to make Opus nestle perfectly into the surrounding neighborhood with a beautiful, upscale, technologically advanced design that still remains cozy and comfortable. The community offers multiple senior living options along with spaces designed to help you entertain guests, grab a pastry and a cup of coffee, see an art exhibition, or simply enjoy a good book. There are also plenty of outdoor spaces to explore, including our professionally landscaped gardens and shady walking paths. But our community is more than just a lovely campus. Our amenities are the best in senior living and include concierge services, easy access to transportation, fine dining, curated activities, and even regular housekeeping visits. Looking for more assistance? Our specially trained staff and experienced members are ready to step in and provide the assistance and service you need to feel your best. As an added bonus, Opus East Memphis is located within walking distance of the Dixon Gallery and Gardens. Ready to learn more about this incredible community? Give us a call at 901-587-7100 or visit opuseastmemphis.com. Gosh, well, I say it every time I'm here. I say it every time I look at the renderings. This community is just absolutely incredible. Beth, that was such a good overview that we just got. But do you have anything else to add for the folks at home who are going to want to know more about this community?
Well, Opus is a beautiful property, as you can see as it in the renderings, but it will also bring new residents, new friendships, new opportunities for all that will be here with Opus. So it's just a great new community that is just full of exciting things.
Yes, and you can even see that already in this cottage that we're in. Kim, do you have anything to add?
Well, I'm excited to see what Opus is bringing to the market here in East Memphis. It's something that's never been seen before. It's a fresh, new approach to senior living, and I really feel like our residents have encapsulated that, and they bring the energy. They bring the energy and the pleasantness that comes with, as Beth said, getting to know your neighbors, being brand new in a place together at the same time. And really, we've seen them establish some wonderful friendships, finding commonality already. We have a couple folks who actually went to school together and haven't seen each other for years, and they're reconnecting here at Opus, both elementary school and then some from high school. So it is such a neat pleasure to be part of the team that gets to see this happen in front of your face. And so when we bring our residents together, we feel their excitement. We get a chance to witness the changes and the plans that they're going through to make this change possible. And we get to cheer them on their way to Opus. It's great.
We got to meet some of the amazing residents yesterday, and I can't wait until we get to that. You guys framed it up perfectly. Before we head too far into that, I did want to mention, you've seen it on your screen, but we're going to be taking live questions throughout our time here today. So if you have a question for Kim or Beth, They know the community inside and out, and this is a perfect time to get those questions answered. So, Kim, you already touched on it a little bit, but tell me more. What can you tell me about these residents who have already committed to moving in to this beautiful community?
So Mary Kate, we have folks who were interested in Opus before I was ever in the picture. They have wonderful communication. I can see it in the database, communication with home office in Atlanta, Georgia. And the conversations that were had so early on were people who could envision something bigger than what they saw with a piece of property on this great lot with nothing on it. And so some of the folks we're working with that are our founders came on years ago with interest and focus. And then I had the pleasure of being just shy of a year right now and seeing folks come on and join us. So the Founders Club got full, and then came the Priority Club, who we're still filling right now. And these folks have such a rich heritage. Some are native Memphians, others have been here for longer than I've been alive, and then others are coming to a place where their children live. So we've seen folks from all walks of life and folks that bring these great experiences to us at Opus and create who our residents are, and it's been exciting to see. I'm thrilled to see more. We have room for you, but we're excited to continue growing Opus and seeing these folks come on board. Their families are excited. Their neighbors are excited. Many of them have come to tour the cottages and to see where their loved ones are arriving. And so we're thrilled to know our residents.
They could tell there was something special long before the first nail was there.
You are so right. Yes, they could. Yes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, we're talking about it. A beautiful community, a beautiful building is nothing without incredible residents to fill it and make it a community. Like I said, our team was so lucky yesterday to sit down with some of your future residents and hear their stories and why they decided that Opus East Memphis was right for them. So we are going to show you some of those interviews right now.
Memphis is the kind of town that sort of gets into your soul and really seeps in, and it has a certain authenticity and just realness about it. It's not pretentious. It doesn't try to be any other city, and I like that. It has a small town feel, but it has the bigger city amenities. And it's just what I know and what I love, with all of the warts and craziness and quirkiness. It's just Memphis. It is what it is.
Well, when you're living in a 5,000 square foot house by yourself, there's a lot of upkeep and maintenance and things like that. And so when Opus became available, it was something that I was more interested in. I was not interested in buying into another community. And I didn't want to go outside of Memphis. I wanted to be closer to the amenities that are important to me. The museums, the theaters, movies, shopping, things like that.
I don't want to cook. I don't want to take care of anything. I'm through with that. I've been there, I've done it, I'm through with it. So I think the time has come when I can just enjoy a different lifestyle.
We chose Opus primarily because of the location. We like this area of town. We're between Family and Midtown, and a lot of our church and activities and friends in Germantown. And then we also chose it for the beautiful quality new construction that it has turned out to be. It was a vision at first when we didn't see things coming out of the ground, but it's beautiful. There's quality built into everything. So we see this as a place we will be happy to live.
The reward of getting something really good for a really decent price, frankly, made all the difference to me.
I love the fact that there will be a restaurant and a bar and a fitness room and the big pool, saltwater, I believe. So having all of those amenities right here, and it just seems so convenient. Even though we live downtown and it's very walkable, it's not always practical. So here I feel a little more insulated and perhaps just a little more comfortable moving around like that within a little gated community.
I have talked to a number of my friends, and I have friends that do live in different developments. But I think we all agree, and I agree, it's very important, what I said before, to make this decision while you are making the decision. And while you're still independent and you're able to enjoy the amenities, I think things like that are very important.
I think you really do have to get your head around the fact that you are entering a new phase of your life, and that it's going to require adjustments. And those are just a necessary thing. It's not any different than deciding to have a child. Life changes, and so you just have to go forward.
I just think it's better to be proactive. I know it's a very tough decision to make, to move out of a house you've been in for a long time and the familiarity of your neighborhood and your friends. But I just think it's smart to sort of look ahead and anticipate and know that if you go ahead and make the move a little sooner than you need it, just think about how much more accessible it will be to you when you do need a place.
And I'll just say, you don't always get compliments from your children, but our children are thrilled that we have been assertive and have taken the step to move ourselves into a senior living facility. My daughter says, all my friends think you're the best mom and dad on the planet. That's a compliment, and I will take it for whatever reason it might be. But so they were kind of shocked and surprised.
They were.
We are not immobile. It's not like we have to move. But they were thrilled with this, and I'm glad they're thrilled with it. And like I said, it's still challenging, and I still may be tearing my hair out when the actual move comes about things I want to bring that don't fit. But I'm excited that I have the chance to choose what goes with us over here.
It was such a great video. It gets me every time. We had so much fun yesterday. Like I said, we're actually answering questions live during our time together. So before we transition to our next topic, I'm going to take a break and answer some of the questions that we've already gotten in. So the first question, Beth, I'm going to give to you. What types of activities will be available for residents?
Well, it will be something that you will be busy and have to make choices in regards to all of the activities. So we're working very hard with our regional engagement team to work with the Dixon, who is our great neighbor just right here by us, to develop some different art and or activities for residents to be able to go over to the Dixon and enjoy. They have Tai Chi on the lawn. Obviously, they're great exhibits. And then also the Botanic Gardens is extremely close, where if someone wants to toil in the soil, they can do that as well. But we've also worked with Rhodes College and being able to offer some lectures or some classes to our residents. So there's going to be some different choices for our residents to be able to have engagement. But not, to leave out, we have a beautiful indoor pool. So being able to do water aerobics, maybe go and do some laps in the pool, or go to the fitness center. So we'll have lots of different things for them to be able to do.
There's a beautiful spa too.
Yeah.
Very excited personally about that one. All right, I have so many. I'm gonna ask another one to you, Kim. So I know the answer to this, but is Opus a buy-in community?
Oh, that's a great question. So it is typically, when you're looking at senior living, you're looking at two-ish different types of senior living. So one is a CCRC, or a continuing care retirement community. That type of company will be referred to as having a buy-in. So it's many hundreds of thousands of dollars for folks typically to come in. They put their money down and they're looking to stay with that community for a very long time. Their monthly rent is sometimes less than a rental community because they've put down quite a large sum of money when they first start to be part of that community. Typically, CCRCs have independent living, assisted living, memory care, and then a skilled nursing component as well. Those of us that have chosen instead to work in the rental retirement communities, we look for a monthly rent to encompass everything that we offer at a very high level, at that same focus of detail and offerings and amenities that the CCRCs have, but make it so that you don't have to tie up that large sum of money right at the front end of coming into your retirement community. So specific to Opus, we require a community fee. A community fee helps us stay exclusive. Every single resident who moves here has either paid a $10,000 community fee for an apartment or a $15,000 community fee for their cottage. Once that is paid, they then pay monthly rent only when they've moved in. So the investment at the front is much smaller than what you'd see at a CCRC. And then the monthly rent is the piece that they then take on as a responsibility for when you live here, you pay your rent. And so that's what we have worked on, and that's what we expect for our residents here at Opus. And anytime you hear someone talk about the financial model, that's what they're referring to.
Awesome. I'm going to keep making you speak.
Okay.
Because we have a similar question since you just spoke about the rent. Can you give me an overview of what is included in that rent?
Of course. So monthly rents, a lot of times when people hear a number and it's just given to you, that's really unfair to just hear a number and go, whoa. Because what we really want you to do is see what's included. And so included in the monthly rent is all of your utilities, with the exception of your personal phone. Our residents receive meals. Depending on what part of the community they live in, a certain number of meals are associated with that monthly rent. It's a completely maintenance-free lifestyle, so you're not worried about your house owning all your time and energy and focus and concern and planning. Maintenance takes care of that for you. Your garbage and I mentioned maintenance, pest control, all the things that go along with the concerns of owning a home and the planning that you have to do, that's covered in your monthly rent. Beth already mentioned the engagement that we'll have for activities in our community. Those are included in the monthly rent. And then, dining is, I think, is a really big portion of the plan that folks come. It's not that you can't plan your own meals and go grocery shopping and cook for yourself.
I mean, look at this
with
kitchen.
a beautiful kitchen. It's really about saying, I choose not to. I choose to spend my time in a different way and allow an executive chef to prepare something beautiful for me and experience what it's like to come to the table and order from a menu and have that food prepared beautifully for me to my preferences and what I enjoy doing. And so we're looking for there's to be so much more included in the monthly rent than it just being your house payment or your house payment and your HOA fees. It's so many things are included in that, and we want our residents to know that they will find when they take time to put those numbers in a spreadsheet, what they're doing here could be very comparable to what they're already paying in their own homes.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm going to pause on questions. Keep asking, though. We're going to have plenty of time in a little bit to answer whatever you have to ask. So we've covered the building. We've covered the residents. There's one more thing that really goes into an incredible community, and that's the staff. And you can see Kim and Beth are so incredibly passionate about the residents and the building. And they're going to be bringing on staff that share that same commitment and passion. And part of that comes to, we've talked about it a little bit, but the Arbor Company. Opus is managed by the Arbor Company. And a big thing that comes with the Arbor Company is that commitment to the residents and something we call the Arbor Way. And so we have one more video where we're going to let you hear from some other staff members on what that is.
At the Arbor Company, We are united by a single purpose, and that purpose is clear: to engage and enrich the health and spirit of our residents. It's through this purpose that we honor individuality and celebrate life. We look for ways to build deep, personal, and trusting connections with our residents and their families. This is our purpose. We believe in meaningful moments and delightful surprises. We strive to deliver exceptional care with every encounter. We do this because we know it makes a difference in the lives around us. This is our purpose. This is our promise to those we serve. This is our mission. We are not afraid to show off our victory dance. We look for opportunities to congratulate one another on a job well done. This is who we are.
One of my most favorite things in the world is to sit down with a resident and listen to their life story and really get to know them and connect with them. And then you find the little things that are special and you go out of your way to get them a little special something or remember their birthday. It's very genuine.
Well, I think for anyone coming into an Arbor community, care is the very focus of why people come. First of all, we get to know what matters to the folks that we serve and their families.
What makes Arbor Arbor is they care. You know, they say we listen, we respond, we care, but it's true. They do.
These are not just words. Walk into any of our communities and you can feel the culture. People walk the talk. And they do it with passion, they do it with energy, and they do it with a heart. And I think that's very much alive in our buildings with how people embrace the standards and the norms that are part of our Arbor Service Way.
We are the Arbor Company.
And we are on a mission
to be the best at what we do.
To provide exceptional care.
To honor our commitments.
And make a difference.
We do this for our residents and their families.
We do this for each other.
We understand the importance of a warm, safe environment.
We know that each life is unique
and deserves to be honored,
to be cherished. This is our mission.
This is who we are.
We are a community of professionals
who believe in working together
for the common good of all of us.
All of us.
And this is who we are.
We treat others as we would want to be treated.
With dignity and respect.
We are a place where you are recognized for the work that you do.
A place where you are valued.
We encourage teamwork
and provide opportunity for growth. Every team member lives the Arbor standards.
What we are and what we can be
is up to all of us.
This is our mission.
And together, we are the Arbor Company.
Ah, I love that video too. Oh man, so you've gotten an overview of what the Arbor Way means, what it is, but we of course want to hear it from you guys since it is going to be at this community. So I'm going to start with you, Beth. What does the Arbor Way mean to you?
I think the biggest thing for me is the deep connections and, you know, all of the meaningful relationships. There's so many of our residents, and Kim can speak to this as well, that when they come in, we really get to know them, we get to know their family, and we have all of this information about them so we can really personalize and make it specific to them. So, you know, just seeing all of those relationships, and we've got some really great friends with our residents that have already deposited with us. So it's just one of those things that you see in motion and you're like, wow, it truly is happening. And so it is happening here at Opus, and we will continue to build those deep connections and have meaningful relationships because it is so important, and it is what the Arbor Way.
I witnessed it yesterday. We had a resident who was in one of our interviews, and it was her birthday, and you guys celebrated. It was just such a special moment.
Yes.
All right, Kim, what does the Arbor Way mean to you?
Thank you for asking, Mary Kay. I found, you know, when you come on board with a new company and you get to know and learn where's their focus, what do they do, and we love that the Arbor Company listens, responds, and cares. And Beth's been great about encouraging us as a team. Think about what that means for each person that you have an interaction with, and show how much that we listen and then respond and care for that very special resident or family member. Perhaps it's someone that we're doing business with or networking with. The other piece that really took my heart was that the residents are the center of our universe. No one wants to go into a new relationship with a company that doesn't keep them first and foremost in our minds. So no matter what we do, the culture here, the greetings that you receive, you should feel a sense of home, family, hospitality, and welcome coming from our team. And I think that's really important. And the Arbor Company supports us in that we make sure that our residents know how vital they are to what we do, and that we really appreciate, respect, and love them.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you have me sold. But this is being Opus. We have an absolutely beautiful building, incredible residents already who have committed, and a passionate staff. And that is really what's going to make this community so special. So we, again, I keep saying it, but ask your questions. I'm going to open it up fully to the audience, and we are going to answer these questions, and then we'll take it from there.
All right.
All right. So, Kim, we have already answered this, but I want to be very clear for everyone watching. Is Opus full, or are there apartments available?
I'm so glad you asked that question. So we have room for you. We have cottages that are still available. We have 2 sizes remaining. If you've been on our website, you'll see there's something called a Da Vinci, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And then we have a Rembrandt as well. And then when you look at the apartments inside the building, we have room there too. So call us, talk to us. We want to find the perfect spot for you. You have preferences, and you have things that are really important to, whether it's your view or the way the window faces, whether it is how close you are to the amenities, or that you want to be next door to your neighbor. Perhaps I can accommodate that as well. So please let us know. We have room for you, and we're excited. We're thrilled with how many have come on. Our founders, our depositors, our priority club, we are honored that they have given us that time, and we'd like to fill up the place too. So come on and get to meet us. Let us find the perfect spot for you and get you your unit as well.
And get in now, because you guys are doing so many fun events with your depositors.
It's true.
I was hearing all about them yesterday.
Yes. We've had a great time at Taco Tuesday. We've had cookies and spritzers, and there is an energy about the room when you walk in and see our residents meeting their neighbors. There's a buzz in the air, and we really enjoy seeing our folks getting to know one another for the first time, reacquaint themselves with folks that they knew from their past, and then getting the opportunity for us to move forward and bring new faces on and know that they're welcome as well.
All right, Beth, I have quite a few questions here, or a few questions about the same topic here, so I'm going to combine them all for you. Of course, we have been raving about this community, so people want to know what is the expected timeline looking like for when people are going to be able to move in.
Of course. Well, we're still, I'm happy to announce and talk about, I know that we've been waiting on the electric and gas to be hooked up, so we are like right at the very end. They have said the words finishing up for our electric and gas, which means the rest can kind of move forward with the, we've already got cabinets and countertops and millwork happening. I anticipate having a better, clearer answer. We're still saying more of the end of April, beginning of May, but probably next week we will be able to have a little bit better of an answer, because we did need to have the electric and gas hooked up before we could do anything. So hopefully stay tuned. We'll see next week if we have some more information.
And I'm sure if you contact the team here, they will be happy to keep you updated on all progress. So we'll keep everybody aware. I know I will be here when it's ready to be open.
Well, the sales team too does a fabulous job of doing sales mails. So they send out the sales mails that give some updates, and everybody gets to see Kim and Melissa and them's face. So we'll do something to
yes. And And be sure you're on following you guys on social.
Yes.
You have really been
Yes.
posting lots of fun stuff of what's going on.
Yes.
See, the fun is happening even before the doors open. So it's time to get involved. All right, what else do we have here? I've got a couple of questions, and I will let you guys decide on who's best to answer this, but I have a couple of questions about what are the dining options and what the food is going to be like.
Well, we are currently working with our dining partner as well, Ryan. He's fabulous. To be able to figure out menus. We will have, our main dining room, which will be called Everett's. So there's a little piece for you. And we're working on the plateware and things of that nature now. And really to get into specific menus, we haven't laid that out yet. But anything, our finer dining will be available. We'll also have a bistro where you can do more of grab and go with salads. We will have coffee. This great nitro bar will be available. So lots of things to come with coffee and the bistro and the main dining, and then also the lounge that is across from the main dining room too.
Goodness gracious. All right, Kim, I have another question for you. Anonymous is asking, what is the commitment for Opus when someone decides they want to come in? What does that commitment look like?
Of course. So we talked a little about the financial model. We kind of gave an overview, and then we were specific about the community fee to be here. But what we really want folks to know when they're coming in is you are signing a year-long lease with a clause that says, if you need to leave us, it's a 30-day notice. So as opposed to other communities that might lock you into that year-long commitment, Opus says it's really important to us that you love being here. And if there is a reason that you need to leave us, you can give us a 30-day notice. The other thing I love about the Arbor Company is that we provide a satisfaction guarantee. It is signed by our president. And when you go to your lease signing, you get a piece of paper that says we want you to be 100% satisfied and confident in the decision that you've made. For so many folks that are for the very first time moving from their home, it can be daunting to think about senior living. Is it right for me? And what in the world have I just done? And so we give you 60 days to see and say, is this the right place for me? I have to be honest though, we are human, and there are sometimes things that go on that maybe were out of our control or that were unfortunate. Our team is here and the culture is here that says, let's work on it, let's make it right, and let's get the feedback from you of how did we do with that. And I think it's really important that folks realize I'm not signing up and getting locked into something that I have to wait a really long time to get my money back from. They're really about saying, come, look at Opus, try Opus, be Opus. But if in 60 days you find that this is not right for you, or for whatever reason you need to leave, you can do that. And I love that the Arbor Company provides that.
Absolutely.
It's peace of mind.
Yes, and it's a big decision. We want to make sure that everyone is happy in their living, in their life.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. Beth, I have a question here from Bob.
Okay.
And he's asking, is there a reason there are no grab bars in the bathrooms when you have an older resident?
Well, we are senior living, and you may anticipate that, but we also have residents that come in at different needs for themselves. The other thing is too, like myself and my husband's 6'2". So do we put grab bars in for somebody who's 6'2", or do we put grab bars in for somebody who's 5'2"? So we can add them. That is something that can be added. But again, we like to make it a little more personable, so it's where you want and where you can access it and utilize it better. But there's some people that don't need it at this point too. So
absolutely. All right. I'm loving all the questions we're getting. Keep them coming. Kim, tell me about Opus's transportation services.
Oh yes, absolutely. I forgot to include this in what's included in your monthly rent, so I'm glad I was prompted.
Somebody's got you.
Yes,
your back.
Yes, that is a great question. So Opus will provide transportation in a 5-mile radius included in their monthly rent for our residents. So that's, you know, if you have a doctor's office that you need to visit, if you're heading out for a dentist appointment, those types of transportation can be arranged for you. We'll have both like a bus and then a shuttle type service. And so we'll have the capacity to be able to get you where you need to go and get you back home. Transportation will also be provided. There will be scheduled transportation for things like going to the grocery store. Our residents can sign up. I don't want to give the feeling that this is a free-for-all, that you just show up and here's a bus waiting for you. It is something that we plan ahead for, and our engagement team will work very well with making sure that, you know, folks have great communication with the driver and that they have what they need. But it works beautifully, and I know it's going to be great for our residents to have this transportation. There might be days where you don't feel like driving, or there may be days when there's a husband and wife and you've downsized to one car, but someone needs to go somewhere. So those are all opportunities for us to shine as Opus and get you where you need to be. So transportation included. If you need something that's further outside the 5-mile radius, we'll work with the team on, perhaps there's a small fee associated with that, but we will do our best to get you where you need to be and work out those schedules as best as we can.
That is very important to some of us who do not like to drive.
It's true, yes.
Oh my goodness. All right. I do have an anonymous question that I can actually answer. Someone is asking how they find Opus on Facebook. So there's a couple ways you can do that. You can go to Facebook and actually search Opus East Memphis, or you can also go to opuseastmemphis.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there is a little Facebook icon. Click it, it'll take you right there. Follow, like, you will be updated with all of the amazing things that are happening. I love this question, and I know the answer to this one too, but I definitely want to talk about it. Beth, someone's mom has a small dog. Is that okay?
Yes, we allow pets. We love pets. We like to, if we do have a pet that is a little large, like I have a golden retriever, we would like for that pet to come in and be, let me meet them and see the pet, you know, because we do know we have some gentle giants out there. There is a pet fee of $500. But yes, we also have a dog park that is available for our furry little friends, and we will also have a dog spa. So you could drop off your little friend at the dog spa and let him get his grooming done, or her, and get everything taken care of. And also, you know, being able to walk around the community with your pet. You know, we've got a walking path at the back half of the community here. There's just some great walking areas too for our little four-legged friends. So
absolutely, you have to have the whole family. All right, Kim, will cleaning service be included? And how often, specifically for the cottages?
Oh, great question. So cottages will receive a clean every other week. These folks that have chosen the cottages will have housekeeping come to their cottage on a specific schedule, and housekeeping will come in and clean for you. There's a specified amount of time that the housekeepers will be in each cottage. And one of the things we include is linen services. And so they will be able to strip the beds, get the bedding in the wash machine for you. I'll mention this, you did ask about the cottages, but cottages and independent living apartments all have washers and dryers in them. So our housekeepers can get it started for you, and then with your additional set of sheets, remake the bed so it's beautiful when they leave. So every other week you can anticipate an independent living receiving housekeeping services. That includes the cottages. And then when you're in assisted living, you would receive a cleaning once a week with your monthly rent.
Fantastic. All right. Beth, will the pool be heated?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Isn't that so wonderful? Yes, it will be a heated pool. There is also a transition, so you don't have to like step into a ladder. You can transition down into the pool, walk into the pool basically. And then there's also a wonderful locker room and sauna. So we may have meetings in there, but you know, to go into the sauna right there with the beautiful indoor pool, yes.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even know about the sauna. I was so excited about the spa.
Mary Kate, when you visit, you're going to have sauna, spa.
I know, you guys are going to have, I'm going to schedule all of my services.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right, Kim, I have another question around what's included. Barbara would like to know, is internet covered in rent?
Yes, actually, Barbara, thank you for asking that. Internet is included. So you'll have kind of a shared Wi-Fi throughout the building that's available. If you're just checking your email, if you're doing some online shopping, things like that, it's going to be available to you. And so that is included in the rent. And so I like that. When your friends and family come to visit, they'll be able to log onto the network and get service on their devices. So yes,
and
Wi-Fi is included.
And I'm guessing, you could tell me if I'm wrong, but if the Wi-Fi goes out, you just have to make a phone call. You don't have to go deal with it yourself.
Indeed, you are correct. So again, remembering that maintenance piece of it, you are not troubleshooting for yourself anymore. When you live in a community like ours, you reach out with that phone call, a work order is created, and here comes the team to handle what's going on. And so I don't think folks realize that blessing that is, the concierge desk, the phone call, the work order system, and then getting things taken care of right away for you.
Absolutely a dream. Beth, I'm really excited to hear about this, especially with your partnership with the Dixon and it being so close. Kate would like to know what kind of craft classes will be available.
Ooh, good question. Well, we are working with the Dixon, of course, to be able to work with some of their programs that they have over there. They do have some mosaic and art classes, but we will also, our engagement team will be able to come up, and part of it, Kate, is again, when we talk about that deep connection, when you move in, we find out what you like. So if you like crafts, you can tell us what you like, and our engagement team can help to kind of do different activities around that craft to say, to pull other people in. So it's not that we, have everything set that we're going to do, because we want the residents to tell us what they want. That's how our calendars are going to work. So let us know what you like.
I love that. I think that's so special. Somebody might not like what's available.
Right.
Create your own.
Right.
Seize the day.
Yes.
All right. So many good questions. Thank you, everyone. As I scroll through them, I have an anonymous question. Will there be on-site physical therapy, Kim?
Again, these questions are fantastic. So thank you for sending them our way. We do have an arrangement with a company, and they will be providing on-site physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy. And so this works really well, especially with your Medicare plans. This company can actually help you with anything that you could potentially receive at home. And so having their offices here is key for our residents, as perhaps there's been a knee replacement or a hip replacement, or unfortunately a break for some folks. And so there's recovery after that. There's also just our typical aging changes in our body. And so it's a great time for you to have at your fingertips, right down the hallway, folks that can help you with that. And so we do have speech, occupational, and physical therapy on site.
So fantastic. Everything you need right in one place.
Right here, yes.
All right. Beth, if you end up needing care while living in a cottage, is that available? And how deep is the pool? Two very different questions.
Ooh.
All together.
Ooh. Very good questions. So additional resources. So we are working with some, what I'm going to call personal care companies, because we'll get a little confusion with home health and things like that. So I like to call personal care. So if somebody needs, maybe they've had a setback and did have a knee replaced and only needs some assistance with showering for a set time, we are working with some personal care companies that they will actually office here at Opus. back by the pool, and that we would be able to say, yes, you can go back and talk to Janie, and Janie's there, and they can set up some time and arrange the time that you want them to come to, your cottage, and what services you need from them. So we will work in conjunction with the home health company to be able to provide that. So we're still working on different companies right now to see who will office out of Opus here for us. Depth of the pool. I'm gonna have to find out about that.
We stumped her.
We stumped us. I'm like running through my mind. If I can, I'll have to get it.
So you'll have to call.
I will get it.
And we'll know the depth of the pool.
We will find out. Kim and I will do something creative and find out. Don't worry. I've already got an idea. I'm like, watch for your sales mail. We've got this.
Scrappy team.
Yes, I'm anticipating some fun things coming your way. Absolutely. Mary Kate, one of the things that Beth just mentioned kind of brought to my mind, I'm not confident that I shared exactly what we had available on site for levels of care when I was sharing about, CCRC versus Opus and the rental model. And so we offer independent living both in cottages and the apartments. We also have assisted living here, and we do have memory care as well. So for the biggest majority of our residents, we can help you from the moment you step foot and move on site to end of life if you choose to stay with us for that amount of time. And we would be honored, those of you that have chosen us, we would be honored to walk with you and have you part of the Opus family and see where that takes us together.
Absolutely. Okay. Another question about what's included, which this is very important to me as well. Cable television.
Yes, basic cable is included in your monthly rent. So you'll have that connection already in your apartment or your cottage, and basic cable is included.
Fantastic. All right, as we're starting to wrap up, Barbara, as everyone is very anxious around the move-in date, which I know you already answered to a little bit, but she is asking specifically around the assisted living apartments moving in.
Yeah. So we anticipate with when we know a firm date more for independent living, we look to 30 days, maybe 60 after that for assisted living. And the reason for that is we have to notify the state that we are ready for them to come in and survey. So we're kind of at their mercy to wait on them to come in and do their survey and give us the approval for residents to move in. So we just we say 30 days after, but also, anywhere in that 30 to 60 day time frame for our assisted living memory care.
Fantastic. All right. I have a few questions here that are a little bit more personal to different situations. So Kim and Beth, I'm going to make sure that you have all of these questions available to you before I leave today. So they will be reaching out for those more individualized responses.
Great.
I got one more. You said, okay, so this person is asking again about what's included in the rent. They're asking about the telephone and a burglar alarm. And I know you said private telephone is not
included. We find that most of our residents have already switched to using a cellular phone. And so, we wouldn't be part of that cellular data plan for those residents. And because we're on the cusp of a new generation of residents that are moving into our communities, we did decide not to put in the landline systems and pay for those on our residents' behalf. So we do anticipate, as far as phones go, that residents will continue with that relationship they have with their cellular phone carrier, and that they'll keep that going from there.
Yeah, and the alarm.
Well, so for the alarm, we don't have anything per se that's included, but if someone wanted to do like a Ring doorbell or the Simply Safe, they could add that on their own.
Fantastic. All right. Well, this has been such a fun morning, afternoon. I'm so confused with my time zones, but I'm happy to be here.
Central Standard Time.
Yes. This is amazing. You guys are working on something so special, and I hope you watching got some really good information about this beautiful community. If you are interested in learning more, please reach out to the team here. There's more than just Beth and Kim. Everyone is so excited to answer your questions, help you see why Opus might be the right fit for you, what all of your options are. Kim talked about all the different apartment floor plans.
Yes.
There's so much available. So give them a call. Go to opuseastmemphis.com, email, phone, whatever you can do. And like I said, we will be sending you more information based on these questions we've gotten from personalized responses, and we look forward to hearing from you. If you're ever interested in more senior living educational videos, we will have this recording and other webinars available on seniorlivinglive.com. It's a great resource. I encourage you to check it out. But until then, thank you guys so much for being with us, and we will see you all soon. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.